Hey, how's it guys? In today's tutorial, we're diving into how to automating historical stock price retrieval using Python. So this is a script that helped me tremendously when it comes to investing in stocks. So I got into investing probably like 4 years ago, but so far, using different techniques and technical analysis, and especially using the scripts to help me to narrow down which companies to invest. So I thought I would share the script in this video. All right, so just a quick summary. So this is my portfolio, and in the past several years, so far, I have made almost $250,000. So definitely, I can tell you that this script is really useful. Now let's dive into the tutorial. So first, we want to go to finance.yahoo.com. Then want to create a blank script. All right, so I'll name the script demo.py. Now let's say I have approximately 80 something tickers or 80 something companies that I'm interested in. And I want to know their performance based on their stock price. Based on let's do 2023. So these are US companies. So we have Walmart, Amazon, Apple, and so on. And I'm going to put the tickers in a list called tickers. And I'll name the script ticker list.py. Now let's go into the main script. And here I'm going to name my script demo.py. I'm going to import the libraries first. And let me make the font a little bit bigger. Alright, so there are a couple libraries that we'll be using. The time module. And we're just going to create a timestamp string that we can add to the file. Now, since we're using Yahoo Finance API, so when it comes to inserting the time period, Yahoo API is using the seconds value, total seconds value, as the datetime format, and which you'll see in a second. And to put everything into a single file, in this case, I'm going to put everything in an Excel file. I'll be using Pandas library. And if you've never worked with Pandas library, it's a very handy data analysis Python package. And you can install the library using Pandas. And to create an Excel file, we'll be using the OpenPy Excel library. And this should be OpenPy Excel. So basically, this is going to be the pip command that I'm going to run to install these two libraries. Then we're going to import the list from the ticker list module. All right, now let's go into Yahoo Finance. And let's look at one of the companies. And let's do Apple. All right, so let's assume that you have never done this before, or you have never used any API before. So you want to go to historical data. Now here, you can see that there's this download link. But if you click on the download link, it's going to prompt you to save the historical data as a CSV file. Now we need to figure out the endpoint that creates the download link. So I'm going to hover my mouse to this download link, and I right click, copy link. Alright, so notice that here my time period is set to November 5th, 2022 to, let's change this to 5 days for now. And we can change that later in the script. And I want to show historical prices. And if I'm interested in other things such as dividends, capital gain, or stock splits, then you can change the setting. But here I'm going to keep things simple. I'm going to choose historical prices. And I'll set the frequency to daily. And I'll right click download, copy the link. And I'll copy the link to my script. Now I'll do the same thing for other frequencies. Alright, so now if we look at the endpoint, so this is going to be the base URL. But right here is the ticker symbol. And everything after the question mark is going to be the parameters. So here we have beginning period, and the parameter name is going to be period 1 to the ending period, basically. And it's going to be period 2. Now for the frequency, which is going to be the interval. So we have 1 day, 1 week, and 1 month. So this is going to be the value that you're going to use to determine the frequency. Now include adjust close. So this is going to be this column right here. So if you want to including the adjusted price column, you can also set that to true. But for demonstration purpose, I'm going to include that. Right, now let's create the functions to make the script to work. Alright, so first I'm going to create a function to return the current timestamp as this format right here, in which I can add that to my file name. Now to set the period, so I'm going to create a function called date to timestamp. So using this function, we can specify the timestamp or time period, giving the parameters into the total second values. Now to download the tickets, I'm going to create another function called get historical prices. Now if we look at the parameters, so right here's the tickets, and which is going to be the list that we're looking at before. So basically we're saying that we're going to pass the tickets, then we're going to provide, we're going to set the interval or the frequency, giving period 1 and period 2. Then from here we can use context manager. So using pd.excelWriter class. So this is going to be the file name, and it's going to be the Excel engine. So there are several engines that you can use with pandas, but for simplicity, I'm going to use OpenPyExcel. Then I'm going to iterate each ticket from my tickets list, and here I want to print a message processing ticket followed by the ticket symbol. And because sometimes you can have tickets that are no longer available in the market, so I want to insert a handler. So I'm going to insert the try except block. So if I run into an exception, that is basically an indication that the ticket is no longer available in the market. Then I just want to print the error message, then continue to the next iteration. Now right here is the API endpoint. And here I'm going to change the parameter value with the arguments. So here's the ticker, period 1, period 2, interval, and everything else stayed the same. Now, because when we download the file, so basically we're just taking the CSV file, convert that into a data frame object. And because the raw data is a CSV file, so we need to use pd.readCSV method, and we'll pass the endpoint, then we'll store the dataset in the Excel writers object. So that's why here we need to say df.toExcel, and we're going to pass the Excel engine followed by the worksheet name. And I'm going to ignore the index since I don't want to have the row index in the table. And that's it. So that's all the functions that we need to create. Now we need to create our main function. And it's going to be the function that we're going to run to execute the script. So right here is going to be the parameters. So I'm going to set the interval to 1 day. And the timestamp, I'm going to set the period from 2023, January 1st. And usually for, I don't know what time zone that the API is using, but usually I pretty good success by setting the hour and minute to 23 hours, 59 minutes. And this seems to work for me. So you may need to play around with the hours period. Now, once we define the parameters, we can go ahead and call the get historical prices function. And we'll pass all the arguments, takers, interval, period 1, period 2. Now let me go into my folder. Let me delete this file here. Right, so save the script and run the, actually, not yet. So I need to run the main function. Now save the file and run it. Now looks like the script is finished. And right here's the Excel file. Now let me open the Excel file. Alright, so if we look at the file, we now have all the historical price for all the companies that in my tickets list in a single Excel file. The script took about less than a minute to run. And we now have a file that we can use to help us with analyzing different companies for investing or other uses. Alright, so this is going to be everything I'm going to share in this video, and I hope you guys find this tip useful. And if you have any questions, feel free to post your question or your feedback in the comment section below. And if you find this video useful, please don't forget to give this video a like and click on the subscribe button. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.